a gray shirt. Gray shirt means pit stains if you see them. Hi everyone! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for coming back if you're new. Hi, nice to meet you. So if you follow me, a lot of you will know that I spent the last month in Florida with Andy. And while I was there, I got some things. Been saving for a while and I haven't been spending a lot of my money. And so while I was in Florida, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy myself some nice things. I thought that I would do a July favorites video and show you guys some of the stuff that I bought while I was in Florida, some of the stuff that I got online. Before we move forward with everything, I just wanted to let you guys know that everything that I show you, if I purchase it somewhere and didn't make it myself or anything like that, I'll always leave a blog description below and it'll list where I got everything. Anyways, okay, let's get started with the first item. The first item is a Sailor Moon Artemis mug. If you have followed me for a while, you know that I collect mugs. I'm probably at about 50 right now, give or take. And I do not have a Sailor Moon mug, and I've been looking at this one forever on Box Lunch and I never got around to buying it. And then when I was in the States, I figured it'd be a lot cheaper to ship to Andy in Florida than it would be to me. So I got this mug. I honestly love it so much. I have so many mugs and I've been drinking my coffee every morning out of this mug. And I won't give any of my other mugs love because I just love it so much. Isn't it the cutest thing you've ever seen? It's a bit of a pain in the ass. The handle is on the wrong side, and if you, well, I'm right-handed, and if you want to drink it on this side, you kind of get hit in the face with the ears. But other than that, this is my favorite mug right now. The next item I want to show you is something that I have been looking forward to forever. This is another item from Box Lunch Gifts. If you know what it is immediately, then 10 points for you. Yeah. It's a Reptar bar clutch from Rugrats. A Reptar bar clutch. And on top of everything, it is glitter. I'm just so unbelievably excited about getting this. It has the Rugrats tag on it and everything. I'm using it for makeup right now. I have a pretty big purse, and so I just put all of my makeup in here and I pull it out and wave it around to show people, look at my amazing makeup bag. Danielle Nicole, who is the maker of a lot of the Disney bags that I'm absolutely in love with, just came out with a Rugrats collection. And even though I wanted everything, I knew I had to pick one thing that was my favorite, and this is one of those items that was at the back of my head forever. And I was like, okay, I've been thinking about this for weeks. I need to buy it. Oh my god, it smells like Andy's cologne. About 40 bucks. Yeah, I'm really excited about this one. Next is another online purchase that I bought while I was in Florida, and I don't even know if I can fit it on camera, but this is what it is. It is a giant beach bag, and when I say giant, I mean giant, huge. It's just one big heart, and it's got stripes on the inside, and it's the best beach bag I've ever had in my life. I got this from Dolls Kill, but the name brand is Sugar Baby. Funny story about this item specifically. I saw this probably around Christmas time of last year. And I kept looking at it and I kept saying to myself, I don't need this. When am I ever going to use this? Summer is so short in Canada. When am I ever going to use this bag? And I kept thinking about it and I kept thinking about it, and finally when I decided, okay, I've been thinking about this forever, like I do with everything, I said, I'll regret it if I don't buy it. And so I went on to Dolls Kill and I went to purchase it and it wasn't available. And so I did one of those things where you sign up with your email to get notified if the product ever comes back in stock. And here we are in July, and the big heart mega tote from Sugar Baby came back in stock, and so I bought it right away, and it's everything I ever dreamed of. It's covered in glitter, and it's super flexible, so when you put stuff in there, it's not very constricted, and it's huge, and I love it. The next item that I have is not something that I bought while I was in Florida, but it's something that I just recently started getting into, and so I wanted to add it to my July favorites. It is Carrie by Stephen King. The reason why I wanted to include it in my favorites was because while I was in Florida, there was a bunch of commercials coming out for the new It movie, and I remember trying to read it when I was younger and finding it a combination of too scary and just too intimidating. If you've seen the book, it's like this big, and I just remembered never getting around to finishing it. But what it reminded me of was Carrie. Carrie I read when I was in the 10th grade, and I think I read the entire thing in 2 days. It's one of the greatest horror books I've ever read, and so I was going to buy it when I was in Florida just because I wanted to read it so bad, and I kept thinking to myself, no, don't waste your money, just wait till you get home. You can find this book hidden under your bed somewhere. And I did, and I started reading it, and it's like I've never read it before. Stephen King is truly amazing, and I'm loving every second of it, and if you've never read it, you should. And if you've seen the movie and feel the need to not read this, you should read it anyways, because the book is actually pretty significantly different than the movie. And both movies are pretty significantly different to each other. And so if you haven't given this a read and you're a big horror book reader, read Carrie by Stephen King. I'm so nervous about filming because A, this light that I'm using is insanely hot and it's making me sweat, and I know I'm getting pit stains. And I don't have one of those flip screens so I can see what's going on, so I actually don't know if this is still recording. It's still recording, people. Since we're on the topic of books, this is my next item. Okay. The book is called Tinkerbell, An Evolution. It's the greatest book ever. I originally discovered this from Black Wanda. She is a girl that I follow on Instagram, and she constantly posts all this amazing Disney stuff. And in one of her stories, she did a little flip through of this book. And for those of you who know me know that Tinkerbell is my favorite Disney character of all time, and this is something I had to get my hands on, and it was so unbelievably worth the money. I bought it at Indigo, and it came in the mail 2 days later, and it is so beautiful. It's basically an evolution of Tinkerbell and talks about how important Tinkerbell actually was to Walt Disney and the process that they went to get to the final character. The artwork in the book is absolutely amazing. It also shows on the back some of the design ideas that they had for Tinkerbell. I'm about a quarter of the way through, and I'm trying to take my time with it for right now. But it's amazing, and if you're a huge Tinkerbell fan or a Disney fan in general, this is a good read because Tinkerbell was really important to Walt Disney, and that makes me very happy inside. The next item that I have is this purse by Betsey Johnson. And there's a very funny story behind this purse. So we'll start off by saying that I collect Betsey Johnson bags. The majority of my bags are Betsey Johnson. I pretty much only wear her bags, and I have a huge collection from small to big to huge to clutches to handbags, everything you can think of. I collect Betsey Johnson because I think her style is amazing. I love how quirky and fun the bags are, and typically when I'm wearing an outfit, her bags give me the pop that I need, add that extra sparkle to my life every day. So my story begins by walking into Winners one day and seeing this travel bag. Insert travel bag here. The travel bag that I saw was entirely rainbow, and it was Betsey Johnson, and it was love at first sight. I didn't even look at the price. I just said to myself, I'm purchasing this travel bag, whether my conscience likes it or not. I loved the bag so much because I loved the colors. I just looked at it and the colors made me insanely happy. They reminded me of a popsicle, and I said, I need this bag. So I bought the travel bag, and then this obsession began. This obsession of, if she made a bag in this color, then she had to have made a bunch of different styles in this color. And so I went on the internet trying to find more rainbow Betsey Johnson bags because I'm crazy and obsessed. And I ended up finding this beautiful purse at Nordstrom with the exact same rainbow color and pattern with the quilted hearts, and I've been using this ever since. The next item on our list is a makeup brand. The makeup brand is, I hope that I'm pronouncing this right, Rituel de Fille. And what I'm talking about specifically is their new cream pigment highlight, Lunaris. I don't know if I'm doing it justice by flipping it back and forth like this, but seeing YouTubers take highlighters and flip them back and forth so you can see the color, but I really don't think I'm doing it justice on camera. This company does all natural, well, 99% natural because you need to have a bit of preservatives in there, but all natural makeup. Everything they have smells like lavender or roses. And this particular highlighter is a blue iridescent. And the reason why I bought it was because it reminds me of moonlight. I feel like if moonlight was going to be compacted into makeup, this is what it would look like. It's a purpley blue highlight that color shifts in the sun. I have it on my nose, and I have it in between my eyes, and I also have it on my Cupid's bow, and I use it every day. I love it a lot. I'm not particularly good at putting on makeup, but I do love the idea of highlighter just because it's glitter and it's shiny and I love it. So I thought I would start my highlighter journey with Lunaris by Rituel de Fille. That leads me into my next favorite of the month. Rituel de Fille was introduced to me by the Disneyland Princess, and the Disneyland Princess is my next favorite of the month. She is an Instagram account, and she is my favorite internet social media personality that there is out there, and I will tell you why. Her handle is at the Disneyland Princess, and she posts everything pink, Disney, Sailor Moon, glitter, happiness, sunshine, whatever you can think of. When you go onto her channel is essentially a breath of fresh air. I actually discovered her when I was looking up Disney Centauret merchandise on Instagram, and I saw that she had tagged a Centauret pin in one of her pictures, and that's how I discovered her. I think that the internet can turn into a very mean, sad, dark place very easily if you spend a lot of time on there, and the Disneyland Princess is one of those few social channels who maintains happiness on the internet and creates an account where she's constantly positive, she's constantly being nice to all of her followers, giving them advice. Her posts are beautiful and sunny and bright, and her pink hair is amazing, and I like following her. I think that it's very easy to get caught up in the drama of internet, and even when she does live videos, I've never seen a more positive audience. It gets kind of intimidating when you're starting YouTube videos and you look at the comment section of other people's videos and you see how aggressive people can be, and it makes you not want to do it. And the Disneyland Princess has an audience like I've never seen before. The only time that you'll see a negative comment on her live videos is if someone accidentally joins it and they don't know who she is and they're caught off guard by her pink hair or her style. So she is a favorite, and if you love Disney, if you love Sailor Moon, if you love pink and glitter, give the Disneyland Princess a follow because she really is that breath of fresh air that you need when you're scrolling through that feed every day. My next July favorite is these pins. These were from Lady Love Letter. This one is a Halloween Sailor Moon, and she's holding her cat Luna up to the moonlight. It's everything that I love in one pin. All that's missing is her wearing mini ears, and this would be me in a pin. And then the other one is this Dreamland pin, which features a princess in front of a castle and her kind of evil counterpart beside her. The pin is colorful and glittery, and I put both of those on my jean jacket. My next favorite is this little DIY that I did, if you can call it a DIY, probably not. But I purchased this frame from Winners, and it was in white. I just redid my bathroom and all the little highlights are pink, and so I got some spray paint from Michael's and painted the frame, and I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what to put in it. And while I was in Florida with Andy, we went to a little coffee shop in Hollywood, Florida, and we ended up playing Candyland for like an hour in this coffee shop, and it just reminded me of being a child and how much I loved Candyland when I was younger. Last and most certainly not least, I wanted to show you guys the purchases that I made at Harry Potter World when Andy and I went to Universal. Didn't make a lot of purchases, didn't want to spend too much money because I knew I would go crazy, but I would spend all that money on a stick. I got Luna Lovegood's wand because Luna Lovegood is my favorite Harry Potter character. And like I've said 100 times, it's all that I ever dreamed of. And I have it on display with all my other Harry Potter stuff in my room. The final gift that I got was a chocolate frog. But I wanted to get it just for the packaging, really. Like, I'm not a huge fan of like just a big chunk of chocolate, which that is what a chocolate frog is. There's nothing special about it. It's just straight milk chocolate, but I got it for the packaging because I knew I wanted to do something clever with it when I brought it home. Fun fact, I'm sure that you could buy it online, and if you can, I will post it on my blog below. But they actually had a porcelain chocolate frog little jewelry holder that you could get it at Honeyduke's, and you could get it at Sugar Plums as well. They were porcelain, and I wanted to get one, but I figured with carrying it in my luggage back to Canada, I didn't want to break it, and I thought if I'm still thinking about it later on, maybe I'll buy it online. But for now, I just got the actual candy. And what I didn't know is it comes with a little hologram card like the movie, which made me so happy. And I got Rowena Ravenclaw. And I was so excited about that. I mean, first of all, I didn't know that I was gonna get a character in my chocolate frog, let alone Rowena Ravenclaw. I am a Ravenclaw, not just because I like Luna Lovegood, but because Pottermore told me so, and I kind of figured anyways, but I got a little hologram card, and I love it. Well, since my nono decided to start mowing the lawn at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I will end this video here. As usual, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that we can all together kind of grow this YouTube channel into something like the Disneyland Princesses account. I think that although there is a lot of shitty stuff on the internet, I think that there is room to remind ourselves that the internet is also an amazing place for people with common interests to come together, and that's all I want. If you like Disney and you like sparkly things and you like Halloween and you like Harry Potter, then I want you to be able to find me so I can share my loves and my interests with you, just like I'd hope that I'd find you and your ability to share your interests with me. The internet can be a special place in that sense, where anytime that you're feeling like you're the only one loving something or the only one who has a particular interest, the internet is a good way to find that other person who's like, hey, you're not alone in this. So anyways, the lawnmower is getting pretty distracting. Thank you so much for watching, and happy Halloween, because it's always Halloween here.